Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so you friends see it. Thank you.
Mexican presidential candidate now campaigning in California. How pro-illegal immigrant are they? They are so pro-illegal immigrant, a Mexican presidential candidate campaigned in California. Contrary to my setup, this isn't the lame joke, passed up even by Amy Schumer. A guy running for president of Mexico campaigned in California. A presidential candidate was barnstorming across Los Angeles over the weekend, reaching out to Mexican migrants, blasting President Trump and calling for protection for illegal immigrants. I mean, if illegal immigration's your issue, California is the illegal capital of Los Estados Unidos de America. See U.S. Attorney General suing California over illegal immigration laws, and California AG, I'll prosecute employers who work with immigration officials. From a purely political standpoint, it's a smart place to campaign. The twist, he is running for president of Mexico. So we're clear, people who run for president of this country usually have at least one overseas visit during their campaign. Is normal. Not normal is calling on the people of that foreign country to protect people living there legally. Especially when those people are originally from the country you are running to be the leader of. Confused? Don't be. According to Mexican newspaper Excelsior, Ricardo Anaya Cortez met with businessmen and activists in Los Angeles, which has a large Hispanic population. Imagine the same being written about Trump's visit to London. Trump visited with businessmen and activists in London, which has a large English population. How well do you think the trip would go over with? Well, anyone? Among those he met with was Obama-era Department of Homeland Security Chief Janet Napolitano, now the president of the University of California. In a tweet accompanied by a picture with Napolitano, Anaya said they talked about the importance of supporting the Dreamers and agreed that Mexican migrants deserve respect. The guy running for president of Mexico says it's important for America to support illegal immigrants who are originally from Mexico, but now living illegally in America. Makes rather clear how Mexico feels about its own people. Specifically how it wants fewer of its own people in its own country. Seems problematic. But maybe I'm just a racist. Leftists wonder why even moderates oppose their pro-illegal agenda. To the left, sheltering the poor from their own country is compassion. Even if that compassion comes at the cost of legal citizens who actually have the right to live in America. We roll our eyes when these same squishy-hearted trolls have immigration protests, and every flag is flown except America's. Now we have a guy running for president of Mexico demanding we take care of his citizens. It's one of his campaign's points. He's more or less the Democrat front-runner in 2020. House Judiciary Committee breaks silence. Hillary's special treatment is no more. As we all witnessed, last week The Hill reported that FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe made the worst decision in his career by giving Hillary's email investigation a downgrading special status. The media outlet reported that FBI denied getting into details about the full meaning behind his label special treatment. Via The Hill. McCabe's October 23, 2016, email to press officials in the FBI said the probe was under the control of a small group of high-ranking people at the FBI's headquarters in Washington. As I now know, the decision was made to investigate it at HQ with a small team, McCabe wrote in the email. He said he had no input when the Clinton email investigation started in summer 2015, while he was serving as assistant director in charge of the FBI's Washington office. The Washington office provided some personnel for the effort, but it was referred to as a special and I was not given any details about it, he wrote. Rep. Geets, RFL, a ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee, said to Laura Ingraham Tuesday evening, "I am immediately calling for an investigation into the special treatment that the FBI gave Hillary Clinton. Watch the video below and tell us what you think in the comments section on Facebook. After no more than 2 weeks since Hillary's special status, her protection is gone and she is vulnerable again. Greater than this is the time and place to finally push through the end of Hillary Clinton's email investigation without any obstacles and finally prove her wrong and make her regret the day she decided to go against President Trump. Finally, some good news after a series of bloopers made by far-left liberal pawns just to protect the wrongdoers. House Judiciary Committee is taking her down at last. Let's make them notice us by massively comment lock her up. California has become a disgraceful state. At one time, California was the envy of America, attracting people from around the nation to move to a state offering opportunity and the chance to pursue ambitious dreams. With scenic beauty, the Pacific Ocean coastline, the major cities of San Diego, Los Angeles, and San Francisco, California recruited entrepreneurs looking for economic growth. As the home of Hollywood and multitudes of celebrities, California presented an enticing potential to enjoy lifestyles of the rich and famous. Today, California has become an economic and cultural disaster. The state is home to over 114,000 homeless people, 1/4 of the total in the nation. In San Francisco, a health crisis has developed as the homeless have created a mess in the downtown area, littering it with fecal matter, spent needles and piles of trash. The droughts have led to misguided water regulations imposed by environmentalists and liberal government bureaucrats. These officials also love to burden state residents and corporations with higher taxes. As a result, people and businesses are fleeing a state beset with too many regulations, tax rates that are not competitive with neighboring states, and an array of other insufferable liberal policies. Even a sizable portion of the film industry has moved from Hollywood to other states offering tax incentives and a better business climate. California officials have implemented high tax rates to fund an array of expensive services for an ever-growing population of illegal aliens. Their statewide elected politicians, such as Governor Jerry Brown, support open borders and sanctuary status for illegal aliens. In fact, the entire state has become a sanctuary for those who break our immigration laws. Americans should never forget Juan Francisco Lopez Sanchez, an illegal alien who had been deported 5 times to Mexico, who shot 32-year-old Kate Steinle on a San Francisco pier and ran away from the scene as she died in the arms of her father. Several months before the July 1, 2015 incident, Lopez Sanchez was in the custody of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, after serving a federal prison sentence. However, San Francisco police wanted him on a drug-related warrant, so he was transferred to their control. Unfortunately, the San Francisco police subsequently released him and did not bother to notify federal authorities. This is due to their refusal to honor immigration detainers that San Francisco officials believe is a violation of the Fourth Amendment rights against unreasonable searches and seizures. As a result of their desire to protect the rights of non-citizens, San Francisco officials allowed an illegal alien back onto the streets. Sadly, that decision ultimately cost one young woman her life. The tragic death produced a national outcry, but it did not lead to any changes in California policies. The Steinle killing was not an isolated incident, as throughout California, local and state officials refused to work with federal authorities to combat the out-of-control problem of illegal immigration. These misguided policies prevent the Trump administration from taking effective action. Over the last week, California was in the news again for the wrong reasons. The liberal Democrat mayor of Oakland, Libby Schaaf, issued a warning to illegal aliens that Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, agents were conducting raids in the city. She asked residents to protect these illegal aliens, who she called the most vulnerable residents of Oakland. As a result, 800 illegal aliens evaded capture and the ICE agents were only able to apprehend 232 lawbreakers. These individuals were not Boy Scouts. In fact, 180 of them had criminal records and 115 of them had convictions for serious offenses such as child sex crimes, weapons charges or assault. ICE was doing the community a favor by removing criminal threats and protecting innocent citizens. Regrettably, the Oakland mayor decided to give support to illegal aliens and violent criminals instead of law-abiding taxpayers. At a press availability on Thursday, President Trump denounced her actions and called it a disgrace that she undercut the ability of ICE agents to conduct raids. The acting director of ICE, Tom Homan, labeled her comments a whole new low, to intentionally warn criminals that law enforcement is coming. Fortunately, the Trump administration acted in federal court against the rogue state of California. On Tuesday night, the Justice Department filed a lawsuit which claimed that 3 state laws are illegal and are preempted by federal law. The laws prevent employers and state officials from cooperating with federal officials on cases involving illegal immigrants. In his speech announcing the lawsuit, Attorney General Jeff Sessions called the California laws unjust, unfair and unconstitutional. He also condemned the actions of the mayor of Oakland by asking, "How dare you needlessly endanger the lives of our law enforcement officers to promote a radical open borders agenda?" These are good first steps by the Department of Justice, but they are not enough. The Attorney General should also file charges against the mayor of Oakland personally. It is time that these California elected officials face legal consequences for their despicable behavior and their arrogant flouting of federal law.